Kylie Jenner Instagram post caused a surge in voter activity online, organization said. She encouraged her fans to make a plan to vote in November. I want y'all to understand these celebrities most of the time don't even care about politics. They don't really care about what's going on in the world except for what's going on in their world. But for the most part, they don't really care about the average everyday person. If you're going to tell people that they need to vote, why don't you give them reasons as to why, first off, and you give them a plan as to what they should be looking for? But they're not doing that because they know the majority of voters out there are people who don't even follow politics like that. And you know what's also interesting is that they truly believe that if they can just get a lot of black men to vote or minorities to vote, quote unquote, they're gonna vote DNC.
I am a democratic capitalist, but I share a lot of Trump views.
Thanks, Sonny. I see what you mean, man. That's why I tell people I'm a centrist. I'm an independent, but I do lean more conservative because I'm the type of person that I agree. I believe in being a capitalist. I work extremely hard to have my own and to push myself forward. I don't want ceilings. I don't want people to tell me that I can only go but so far. That's not in my DNA. Okay, my DNA is to go out and create my future. That's what I'm about. I'm not about listening to what celebrities got to say and telling me how I should vote. I'm about going out and creating a financial future for myself and my, family, so to speak. Creating opportunities that will leave a legacy for me. I'm not about being given anything. Socially, I would say people can live their lives the way that they want to. People can choose to do whatever they want to do. I'm not one of those people that's going to tell you how to live your life. I am going to critique certain things that I feel like are detrimental. But for the most part, people can choose to do what they want. It's called having freedom in a country where this is one of the last countries to really have true freedom. But people don't care about that. All they care about is emotions, and their emotions are getting played with. Some of these guys' thirst is getting played with. Let's get into this article a little bit. Kylie Jenner, influencer status cannot be understated. The 23-year-old posted a message on social media to her nearly 200 million followers, instructing them to vote and stay informed about the 2020 presidential election. Let me just say this. Doesn't it seem like the liberals are calling in all their celebrity underlings, their celebrity friends, people with no soul, people that don't care about communities because they live in gated, protected communities. They don't care about what's going on in the hood. They don't care about what's going on in black neighborhoods. They don't care about what's going on in suburban neighborhoods where people work their entire life to move to. People work their entire life to save up to buy a home. They don't care about that. They just care about being on the least criticized side. And they believe that, hey, if I'm with these people, they're not going to criticize me. They're not going to cancel me. So I'm going to do their bidding, which is what a lot of these celebrities are doing. They're doing the bidding of the D.N.C. What's good, Daisy? They're doing the bidding of the D.N.C. and you don't even know it. Make sure y'all like the stream, people. The makeup mogul posted a link on Monday to vote.org, and the use of the site's voter registration and verification tool increased 80%. A spokesperson for the site confirmed to Fox News. What does that tell you? You got people who do have influence who use it the wrong way. What Kylie Jenner and other celebrities should do is tell their followers, go out and be capitalists. Go out and create jobs for yourself, your family, and your community. But they don't do that. They don't even create jobs in these communities they claim to care about. The only time you see them in these neighborhoods is if they're filming a movie, a video, or they're there to, just to say, hey, I'm marching with the people. That's the only time you're going to see them there. Yeah, like The Rock. You had The Rock. Let me tell you about The Rock real quick. The Rock basically ruined his own likability by trying to side with a guy who's senile, with a woman who doesn't even relate to black people, who is Indian one minute, then she's black the next, then she's Indian again. She's locked up. A lot of melanated people. She does not care about the well-being of the average everyday melanated person. But here you have The Rock putting his own name and reputation to side with Biden, a guy who said very questionable things about melanated people, who signed a bill that has done a lot of damage to melanated communities across this country. And he really thought that people were going to not be critical of him. It backfired. I'd be very surprised if you ever see him talk politics for a very long time. And I want people to understand these celebrities have no, I don't want to say all of them, but a lot of these celebrities really don't care about anybody but themselves. They don't want to be criticized. They don't want to be canceled. So they're willing to throw y'all under the bus to support people who really don't care about you. So they will go and they will promote videos where melanated women are scripting. They will have Kylie Jenner and other, because she ain't the only one. I've seen other women on social media put up these thirst traps and say, hey, you need to go vote, because they know what you guys, it's almost like they know that if you see them with hardly nothing on, you tell them to go vote, these guys are going to do it because they're already enthralled by this woman. They worship her. There's a lot of female worship going on Instagram. Why do you think women are so obsessed with it? They're on it every day. They're posting every day. They won't even post their boyfriend or husbands because they don't want their male followers to stop following them, to stop worshiping them, putting them on a pedestal. All right, let's see. A spokesperson also confirmed the site had around 48,000 users checking out voting information through Jenner's post. After Kylie Jenner's Instagram post surged in interactions with Vote.org's registration verification tool, speaks to an energy among young Americans who want to make sure their voices are heard this election. But guess what? You won't hear about them caring about young Americans for another 4 years. That's if they win, because they don't care about young Americans. There's a lot of young Americans who've grown up in very bad conditions because they've been left behind by the people that they vote for. You know?
What up, Jaye? Awesome content as always.
Thanks, Ant Sound. Appreciate that, man. Let's see. Vote.org wants to lower the barrier for political engagement.
Reminds me of when Mitt Romney used Stacey Dash in a swimsuit.
Appreciate that, Andrew. Of course. Listen, man. Mitt Romney is basically a liberal, so he's basically he's a conservative liberal. But yeah, they will use whatever is at their disposal. I just noticed that liberals, when it comes to trying to get the black male vote, because they're not really putting much effort into it. They're putting a little bit of effort into it now because they see a lot of melanated males are going conservative and they're trying to stop that. So they're saying, hey, these women that these guys follow, let's use these women to get them to vote. But how do you know these guys are going to vote the way you want them to? That's the thing. It's just a gesture. But can you convert on that gesture? That remains to be seen. All right, to continue. And to simplify what young voters need to register to vote and cast ballots, which the organization's registration mail ballot tools, state by state voter resources, Haley said. In Monday's post, Jenner shared a bikini pic captioning, "But are you registered to vote?"
What's up, brah? The JDB. Shout out to the mod squad and chat room.
Shout out
Flexed
to
biceps,
shout out
medium
to-
dark skin tone, full score, Lori money bag.
Shout out to Antoine. I appreciate the support, man. Shout out to Antoine, man. Always coming through and supporting, man. Click the link in my bio. Let's make a plan to vote together. You have got to be a very simple-minded male to actually look at that post and go vote because of that. I mean, seriously. How simple-minded do you have to be? The Reality Star offered a step-by-step instructions for voting on her Instagram story, which pointed out that once filled out, ballots can be returned by mail or in person. Another slide explained to all the California registered voters will be mailed a ballot no later than 29 days prior to Election Day. We are in a thirst trap world, ladies and gentlemen. We must all make our voices heard this November. Now more than ever, we need change, Jenner wrote. We have the power to make a difference, but we need to vote. Jenner has not endorsed a candidate because Republicans like Instagram models too. Republicans like Instagram models too. That's why she ain't endorsing no candidate, man. They don't care. They just don't want to get canceled. So they're gonna do whatever you tell them. They're gonna say, okay, we're gonna tell them to vote, and but they're not really gonna endorse because Kylie knows the backlash she's gonna get. Look at the backlash Dwayne Johnson got. Let's see if he does. This guy did like a intro video, then he did like the interview. It was just so contrived and just so BS. And it's like, bro, how to destroy your likability as quickly as you have, man. And people got to understand, no one cares about your woke celebrities. Those guys are taking L's left and right. Those guys cannot get back what they have lost. And they are losing a lot by endorsing candidates they know full well that they really don't like, but they are afraid to get canceled. They just want to be able to work in Hollywood. They just want to be able to continue to work with these brands who are woke. And they don't care that they're pointing people in the wrong direction.